Wow, this video is being recorded way ahead of when I am actually going to use this kit. This is a windscreen, sorry, let's rewind. This is a glass polishing kit. My windshield, windscreen and rear window obviously are from 1964. So they've got a few battle scars, especially as the car lived out in Saudi Arabia for a while and got a little bit sandblasted. And then some idiot, me, was doing some welding and didn't take the windows out. So it got a few scars on it. I don't know about this kit yet. I have not even attempted to use it. These are different grade pads. Would have been really nice if they'd have put numbers on them so I knew what they were, but that's fucking China for you. They just want to rip you off. That's when they're not infecting you with diseases. So I don't know. They feel different grades. Yeah, that's like coarse, medium, fine, and then not so fine and really, really fucking fine. And then obviously this powder, which I'll use with these pads, which of course attach to these little beasties here, thusly. So that's going to be fun. And if you're interested in getting one of these kits, I saw them on eBay, and you know, it was because it said in China, and having previously purchased stuff from eBay that's in China and takes fucking months to get here. I found this on Amazon, and that was probably 4 days ago. So, you know, that's obviously these kits are in America, and you can get it quicker. Did I need it quicker? No, I just didn't want to wait fucking months for it. I can't even remember what I paid for it, in all honesty. I don't think it was very expensive, somewhere around 20 bucks, I think. So this you will see, way in the future, when I pull out the windscreen and rear window when I'm bored, and I'll polish them. This is going to be rather a short video. These are two of the exhaust pipe shields that go underneath the car. I'm going to be doing them in shiny black. There is another longer one, but that is with the powder coaters because I can't fit it in my oven. And as you can see, these are in pretty poor state. That side actually doesn't look too bad, but this is terrible. And that's where all the crap would gather. It couldn't get out, so it just gathered here. These are quite rusty, so I'm probably going to attack it with yeah, the sandblaster and maybe even a wire brush. Here it is really very heavy. They're under the car so they don't notice, but I do want to protect them, so I think I'm going to attack this with a wire brush, then maybe give it a rust treatment of some sort, and then I can powder coat it. Yeah, I think that's got to be the best way to go. There's all sorts of layers of paint here that I just can't get off, and maybe with blasting there it'll come off. If not, I don't know, we'll work on it. As you can see here, where it's kind of got corroded, but this is actually paint here. This is brown paint. There appears to be some other type of paint here too. So, well, shit. Yeah, we'll give it a blast and see how it goes. Back in a sec. Hey guys, right. One of my tricks, if you like, tips and tricks, tricks and ticks. Ticks, ew, no thank you. I'm rebuilding now, you know, this, getting it all ready for the oh come on, upholsterers, and yeah, I've come across a few issues with it. Now, one of the issues I've come across is these knobbies. These dear little knobs. They were grey. They were grey. As you can see, they are not grey anymore. Why, you ask yourself, how did you restore these, you magnificent person, you? Oh, it's a terrible thing I did. I believe these are what's called Bakelite. I'm not sure. They may just be plastic, but they could also be Bakelite. However, what I do is I put them in engine oil. Simple as that. Now, it can be clean, it can be dirty. I happen to use clean oil because I think that's probably the best way to go. And as you can see, they are now nicely black. And I'm rubbing my hands all over them. And I really cannot feel any oily deposit being deposited on me. You do need to wipe them afterwards, of course. And then I just let them dry in the sun. Okay, in England, that's that big yellow ball in the sky. I think it's on Tuesday, August the 11th. You're going to see it, but that's going to be it. So you have to be quick. Okay, Tuesday, August the 11th, 2021, at approximately 11. I think it's 11:03 to 11:05. So make sure you're out there for summer. I'm sorry, I'm gloating because I live in Arizona. That's all I did with them. Soaked them in oil. Whether they're plastic or Bakelite, I do not know, do not care. It works, and I've done it on plastic. Plastic, I believe, has some oil base in it. So there you go. Look, rub them on the clean paper towel. Nothing. So hopefully that helps. It's a little tint and hip for you. So this is kind of a odds and sods video on the Jaguar Mark II. This is the top cowl from the steering column. As you can see, it has some rather strange spots on it which I cannot get off. I've tried all sorts of different things. So, and there's a big blotch here. I mean, damn it, the car's 1964, so what the hell do you want? I can try scraping them off with my nail, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be too good, and there's some pits. So my intention is now to sand this down and spray it black and make it look pretty. Then there's this piece. So I've glued this in here. It wasn't glued in originally. I don't know why, but it wasn't. So I've glued that in, and the cover here, which is going to reflect the light to the overdrive and the turn signals. I will be upgrading my transmission gearbox to a 5-speed Tremec. That's a manual, not a automatic slush box for pussies. Sorry for you guys that have automatics. Really nothing wrong with them. It's just I prefer a stick shift. As you call it, I just call it a manual. So that's under its way. My mirror here, yeah, the chrome really needs redoing. I don't want to unrivet this and rechrome that rod. It's original, the patina. Oh, it's patina, it's patina. I don't give a shit about patina. I give a shit about what I like. And the chrome never was particularly brilliant on this. But I've discovered I've lost that nut. Well, when you start restoration in 1988 and it's now 2021, shit goes missing, unfortunately. I'll probably find it once I get another one, but I'm going to have to speak to my buddy in Virginia. I think he's in Virginia. Let me just double check. Where is he? Yeah, he's in Virginia, in Luray, Virginia. Jaguar spares. And if you want to use him, his name's Jack White. Doesn't do text, doesn't do face fuck, doesn't do any of that shit, fortunately. doesn't even do texting. But call him on 5403. Sorry, let's rewind, shall we? 540-743-4037. That's the guy right there. Very helpful. Mark II saloons, S-types, early saloons. None of your, as far as I'm aware, no E-type and that kind of shit. But of course, XK engines are pretty much the same. Then I have this piece here. Now, it looks pretty grotty, doesn't it? But look at that tape. Jaguar Coventry. I can't tear that off. I'm sorry, that goes against the grain for me. So I'm going to get some sandpaper and I'm going to sandpaper this. And, well, not sandpaper, emery paper, whatever. And do this and this. Probably won't touch that. The same on the inside. And there. I just want to keep that. You may disagree with me. You know, yeah, I could trim it off and destroy it completely, but this is from my baby in 1964. So, no one, I'm sorry, no one is ever going to see this unless they rip the car apart. Or maybe if they're under the dash and doing something, because this goes underneath the steering column. But I just can't bring myself to destroy that bit of heritage. I mean, I'm restoring this car. I'm changing its color, its interior. I'm changing lots of things, but that I just cannot do. Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe you'll disagree with me. I don't know. I really just do not want to destroy that part of history. When I'm dead and gone, that's a line from a song, isn't it? When I'm dead and gone. Go on, tell me what the song is. I can't remember right now. This will still survive because I didn't fuck with it. I don't think I can clean this off without destroying it, so I'm probably not even going to touch it. That, as you can see, just says Jaguar Coventry. To me, that is, well, not quite orgasmic, but it's, wow. 1964. I was 13 when that piece of tape was on there and put in the car. 13 years old. I'm now rapidly approaching 70. Yeah, I'm an old fuck. So, just thought I'd throw this out there as odd bits and pieces. I'm putting things together here on the speaker and that, and unfortunately I do have a screw that broke off here. So I'm going to need to go down to my local hardware store and see if I can find a screw. And if I can find a screw, I need to find a tap that will work in there, and the screw head, which I can adapt, has to be small enough, if I can show you, to go in there. Okay, yes, I know that's arse backwards, but that's what goes in there. And someone had put a self-tapper screw in there. I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. And you know, the screw just slots into here and push it on, and here we go. There we go. Now, yeah, it'll stay on there without the screw, but no, I want the screw, so I really want to do the thread on that and get it sorted out. And this particular one is, what is it? It's the car or screen. And when I assemble this, I will be putting lots of copper grease in there. And you can see how the cables are. I got a feeling that looking at this, I think that one's the wrong way round, or that one's the wrong way round. But I'll soon find out it's probably that one that's the wrong way round, in all honesty. So I think it keeps it away from the side, and then that's where the outer part of the cable goes, and that's where the inner part goes, and that's what operates the flaps inside the heater box that I have restored. Okay, I guess I'll push this one out there. It's really nothing super duper, but I do like to keep you guys up to date on what I'm doing. I've taken the dog end out of this and given it a clean up. In fact, let me show you out of the plastic bag because it does show it off in a better light. Fortunately, it doesn't appear much smoking was done in this car. There are, the chrome's gone there. And I polished it here, but that's not too important, and it really didn't come up that well. But it's quite nice. So that is now done and ready. That'll go in this little plastic bag, and it will be put in my storage out the back. And as soon as I get my body back, my body back, then I will start putting shit on it. I was talking to my body man today, and I've had this car for quite some time, but I first got hold of him, and I said, "Hey, Gobbler, how long do you think you've been working on my car? The body." He said, "Oh, probably about a year." You're a little bit off there, buddy. It was 2018, January the 1st, when you started working on it. Well, I can't repeat what he said. Well, I could, but I'm not gonna. It was colourful, shall we say. Oh, and then he started to apologise to me. Don't apologise, Cobbler. I started this rebuild in 1988. Yeah. So, a year here, a month there is not a big deal. Yes, I am really looking forward to getting the body of my car back so that I can start putting shit on it. And as soon as your health can do it, buddy, let's go for it, and we'll get that done. I must admit, he did say he was not looking forward to finishing it because then he would have to let it go. I guess he's a true car guy. He's got attached to my car. I won't say as much as I am because I'm really attached to it because I have a connection with my father. And I mentioned it in earlier videos. My father was in the Sweeney, as it's known, or the Flying Squad, back in the 60s, and they used to race around in Jaguar Mark IIs, chasing the likes of the Great Train Robbers and the Cray Twins. And yes, my father was involved in chasing those people, but the criminals then were, I guess, somewhat more respectful of the police. It came to a point where they would actually put their hands up and say, okay, it's a fair cop gov. Nowadays that doesn't seem to appear. Nobody has respect for the police, which is a great shame. I do have tremendous respect for the police. I have friends in the police force, and obviously I grew up in a house with a policeman, and I am very proud to say that he made it to be Chief Superintendent at Scotland Yard. Yes, the infamous Scotland Yard. Okay guys, I'm sorry, I've digressed there quite some. This was meant to be a Jaguar video and I went off on a tangent like I often do. Not a beer and bollocks session, not a gin and grins, and not a wine and wines, just me being me. And if you don't like that, well, that's your problem, not mine. Now, get out in that garage and do some shit.